This episode of the Street Fighterverse is a review and brief of the Street Fighter Alpha the movie. We caution major spoilers ahead. If spoilers are the least of your worries, then let me welcome you to the Street Fighterverse. Street Fighter Alpha the movie goes like this. Every day, Ryu trains in martial arts for the purpose of finding his calling. Ryu is present when a gunfight breaks down between some men from the Shadowloo and Chun-Li. Despite being unarmed, Chun-Li quickly dispatches the attackers, but one of them takes a small boy hostage. Ryu jumps into action and saves the boy, giving him to Sakura, who can keep him safe. Sakura's admiration for his abilities and skills are undeniable. Chun-Li doesn't get the chance to thank Ryu before he leaves. Ryu is approached by a mystic presence. As he walks the steps to his shrine home, Rose tells him that he will soon meet someone that will shape his life. He receives the Devil Tarot card from her. Rose says that it is up to him when it is time to turn over the card and decide whether to embrace the Dark Hado or not. Ken comes to Japan and visits Ryu. He has traveled from America for a street fighting tournament he wants to participate in. Upon his arrival, both Ryu and Ken are surprised to meet a young boy named Shun. He claims that Ryu is his brother. Shun proceeds to show them a picture of Ryu as a child with his mother, as they accept him and allow him to stay with them. It turns out, Ryu's mother died 6 months ago, and Shun's family is from Brazil. The father is mentioned, but not fully explained at this point. As Shun was eager to learn martial arts, he spent some days training with his brother and Ken. Shun also has great martial arts skills. Ken leads them to the street fighting tournament, but they split up when he tries to get a better signal on his device. Shun and Ryu end up in trouble, and we learn how talented Shun is. He goes head to head with the 3 attacking men, beating them within inches of death, and displaying a clear sign of darkness in his presence. Sensing this, Ryu quickly stops him with a punch. Ken meets Sakura, who was in trouble after she was attacked in a bar while looking for a fighting tournament that was going to be nearby. The attackers were sent flying against the walls, as Ken swung his kicks attack at them. According to her, she is looking for the man who wore a headband like the one she is wearing. Ryu? He asks, heading off together. Chun-Li is also en route to the tournament, so she catches up with Ryu and Shun. They both enter together, and Shun enters by himself. Ken missed his chance to enroll in the tournament because he took too long, so he can only watch. Vega beats Dan repeatedly with a claw in the first bout, and Dan loses badly. Now Shun must face his opponent, the Russian Zangief. Despite being large and rotund, Shun takes the Russian down in no time. He has sent Zangief to the mat with a flurry of spin kicks and his speed. Sadly, it will take more, as he regains his momentum and grapples the boy. Ryu senses Shun's chi powering up with the Dark Hado energy. As he is about to deliver the final killing blow with all of his strength and might, Zangief grabs him in his grasp, and Ryu intervenes to save him. He takes some undeserved punishment from Zangief, and then uses his Dark Hado energy. A blast narrowly misses Zangief, as he stands there dumbfounded as half of the building erupts. Ken helps Sakura escape the chaos when she gets hurt. As Zangief falls off a crumbling cliff, Ryu is challenged by a new opponent. The challenge comes from Rosanov, an immensely powerful cyborg. Dr. Sadler has entrusted him with the task of collecting the battle data of the Dark Hado. Chun-Li believes that Sadler has her father captive and is seeking him out. The cybernetic eye of Rosanov is destroyed by Ryu after he defeats him. The Dark Hado is used by Ryu and he regrets using it. Sakura is taken to a hospital for treatment, and Ken keeps an eye on her after he explains all about Ryu and himself to her. As a student who aspires to be as strong and tenacious as Ryu and Ken, Sakura is truly impressed by them. In this scene, Ryu and Chun-Li travel to the island to find Akuma. Akuma is able to hide his chi as he moves and is almost invisible. Knowing the power of the Dark Hado that Ryu possesses, he tried to draw it out by increasing his own chi, but Ryu refused to submit. Ryu asked if Akuma was his father, as Shun mentioned before that his father and Ryu's father taught him the Dark Hado. They return only with Akuma's statement that he walks alone and fights alone, which implies that he is not the father of Ryu and Shun. Ken, Ryu, and Chun-Li are invited to a tournament organized by Sadler. This time, Ryu will compete and Chun-Li will try to locate her father. After arriving, they are led to a compound where armed guards of the Shadowloo are stationed. They wander aimlessly through a field of wildflowers, passing what seem to be zombie-like people. We later discover that these are former fighters who were stripped of their data by Sadler, and this is the state in which they were left. The first match is set when they arrive. Birdie and Dan square off. Birdie disposes of him with little effort. Birdie, having won his battle, is ushered into the complex by the henchmen of Shadowloo. Ken asks them if they want to follow and see what's going on. And as he is also ushered away, Ryu and Chun-Li defeat the guards. Rozanov interrupts them when they try to disconnect Birdie from a machine draining his power. Ryu arrives at Shun's location to discover he is a zombie-type human after being used by Sadler. They attempt to help Birdie escape, as well as the other fighters, but Rozanov is too strong. In spite of Birdie saving them a few times, they are beaten down repeatedly. Birdie is defeated by Rozanov. Eventually, they make it to Ryu, and he watches Rozanov beat Ken and Chun-Li repeatedly. As he snaps out of it, we hear Sadler explain that all he needs to be invincible is the Dark Hadou's power. As a result, Ryu has no choice but to invoke the Dark Hadou. Rozanov has absorbed Shun completely. As a consequence, Shun will periodically erupt from Rozanov's chest and taunt Ryu. As Ryu blasts the Dark Hadou at him, Shun ejects from his body after he is defeated. Sadler's machines hums with power as Ryu comes to his aid. As a result, he emerges from the control room as a gray and red glowing man who has absorbed the fighting power of the trapped combatants. Ryu must face him in order to save his friends. Rose's words ring in his ears that he has not turned over the devil card. Ryu invokes the Dark Hadou. As he blasts back at Sadler, he disintegrates his arms. As Sadler crumbles into pieces, he asks, "How?" After Shun dies under Ryu's hands, Ryu swears never to use the Dark Hadou again. At the end of the film, we see Ryu and Akuma back on the island, and in the final scene, they faced off against each other from above the water. So, what did you like about the Street Fighter Alpha the animated movie? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on new theories and info. Thank you for watching. This was your Street Fighter host. Welcome to the center stage.